Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for June 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, you know that I'm going to be using for the main reading, and this is not the main reading. This is the introduction, and it will be the introduction for all of the signs. I will put the timestamp so you can bypass the introduction and go straight to your personal reading. Remember your rising, ascending, moon, Venus, all of those things. If check your natal chart, crosswatch. I will put that timestamp in the description. Anyway, for the main reading, when we get to the main readings, I will use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this introduction, I am going to use my Waite Rider deck and my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot cards. I think I got that all right. Now, remember, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Let myself channel through the Holy Spirit, and whatever comes out just comes out. Hopefully I do not try to put too much interpretation of my own spin on it. Anyway, a couple of things we need to know about. We do have something this weekend with the planets. The planets are doing a lot of very interesting stuff. It's not just in the stars. It's been in the planetary energies too. We've had some meteorite showers, and we've had some asteroids, and we've had some the Schumann resonance, which I don't know a whole lot about, but I posted periodically. That has been spiking white quite a bit, so there's a lot of energies going on. Now, this 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we have Saturn, which is an Aquarius, and remember, Saturn and Aquarius it's been there since 2021, right? 21, yes, and it will be there until 2023. This is, to me, it has always been about illusion versus reality, so lies versus truth, and truth will win. Now, it is going retrograde on the 4th of June, so it has been slowing down right now, and it will slow down until it stops, or it appears to stop, and then pushes back through a lot of the information that we've already gone through. Now, it does that until October of 2022, and then it will turn and go direct, but we will have that shadow actually until January of 2023 when it transitions to its next phase. Now, I'm thinking too that we've had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. And Pluto, death, destruction, rebirth, but it's usually death, destruction first. And a lot of times Pluto is that tower card, okay? Everything has to come down before you can rebuild. Capricorn, though, is the builder, is the one that wants to create. So we've got those two going on. The last time this happened for the United States was 1776 through 1778. So there's some interesting energies correlating with that. Anyway, the reason I bring Pluto up is that it is retrograde, and it will be retrograde until October of 2022. Now, it will be going another, a year and a half till 2024, but we have that Saturn and that Pluto retrograde. And I feel like a lot of this energy is, hey, if you haven't heard this, if you don't know this, if you need to dig deeper, I feel like Saturn and Pluto want to really dig deep and really muck out the stalls, kind of like if you ever do horseback riding or animal stalls, and I don't do any of that. It's cleaning out the stalls. So a lot of information, a lot of strange information, I think, will be coming out. Now, I'm not saying this could be in that universal world, the universal, I should say, field. It could be in our personal energies also. So we have that. Now, that's on the 4th. I feel that has a big push towards us. Now, Mercury, which has been in retrograde in Taurus, it does go direct on the 3rd. So there's some interesting stuff with that. We also have, let's see, is there anything else going on between that? those two dates. Not a lot with the planets, except that they are coming into an alignment. I did post an article about that. And, I have talked about the weekend of the 4th. I have talked about the 24th, where these planets are going to be in a strange alignment. I shouldn't say strange. They're going to appear to be more in an alignment. So there is some interesting stuff going on there. Anyway, let's kind of go through here. The 4th, I told you Saturn. I told you Mercury. Oh, Mercury on the 3rd in Taurus will be squaring with Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, so right as it's about to, so Saturn is stopped. Mercury is stopped because they're both going to be changing directions. And the squaring usually means Mercury is about information, is about hearing news. It is about electronic energies too. And squaring means that the pressure is on. They're both going to be very intense type of energy. So it'll be interesting to see here what we might see or hear on the 3rd. Now the 4th, 5th, and 6th. There is also some spiritual energy, religious energy going on, both in the Christian and the Jewish faiths, Judaism faith, so there, and even if you do not believe in that, even if you do not follow those spirituality, Christian, religious energies, it doesn't mean that it isn't intense energy going on at that time. So I kind of feel that this does have a very big impact on us. We need to really shine our lights. I'm always talking about that the people that follow me, I do believe that we are star seeds. I do believe we chose to be on this mission. If you don't know what star seeds, crystal guides, indigo children, you can look that up on the internet, and there's a lot of information out there. But it does, it has been some articles or has been some information out there that like 200 million souls chose to be incarnated for this time. So we need to make sure that we shine our lights, keep positive on all things. Even if we're feeling stressed, breathe through it. Okay, so let's see. So that's kind of the update. Let's see what we have with the cards. What higher power? What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Holy Spirit, higher power? What do we need to know for this weekend? What's the word? What is the word? I do feel that there is a I do feel strong presence right now. I do feel a preparation energy here. Preparation. Now, again, we are talking more in the supernatural realm than in the natural realm. So there could be this where, we need to make sure we are connecting with higher power, connecting with our spirit guides or whoever that is to us. And there is a lot of chatter and talk about upgrading of DNA out there. This could be one of those weekends that we feel that even more. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. And again, anything reversed to me has a stronger energy. First card is Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups comes to us fairly regularly. I remember this being in one of the universal energies, a couple of readings ago. So, court cards. This is important for all the readings. Court cards have a dual energy. Now, pages, their underlying energy is Earth. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Taurus in Mercury right now. Capricorn with Pluto right now. Cups, though, is our Cancer, our Pisces, our Scorpio energy. It's fluid, it's emotional energy. So we have the solid ground of the earth energy, which is usually about your work, job, career. It's about motivational, money energy, starting business. But then you have the spiritual energy. You have that feeling of hope, there's a romantic energy also with the cup energy. With the cup energy. There is this sense of wanting more also here. So we have that earth energy, we have that water energy combining itself. Earth and water are energies that really do work well together unless one is, unless it's, lopsided here. Pages are very enthusiastic. They want to get out and do what they need to do. This page, I'm kind of getting this page as just kind of being quizzical. I'm getting this page as, and again, I've talked about him before. I have my cup. I'm looking and wondering, what, I'm wondering what to do with this fish. Do I throw it back? Do I take it? What do I do? And it does feel like the fish wants to communicate. The fish wants to know, what are you going to do with me also? So the Page of Cups does have this new opportunity, new journey, new sense of spirituality coming, new possibly even, romantic. Remember, we do have Neptune in Pisces, which does bring a dreamy quality to the Page of Cups also. Kind of a, what about my hopes and my dreams? What about what I want in my world? What do I want actually? I want love. I want happiness. Where is that for me? And I don't know, in some ways I'm thinking that the page is looking at the fish for the answers. Now, I don't know. I don't think the fish can give him that answers, but we never know. We never know what, what higher power uses to provide our answers. Anyway, next card is, we have the Three of Cups. Now, cups again, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, spiritual. The Three of Cups, threes in itself, numbers are very important. Dark energies use numbers, so should light energy use numbers. Three has the power of three. You say something, do something, you put it out 3 times. And also we have June 3rd coming up, so there could be something to do with the 3rd. This is, it's also creativity, it's also celebration. And this is definitely about celebrating. This is definitely about ownership. This is definitely about claiming what it is, claiming our lives, because regardless of what is going on in the universe, you've heard me say this before and many, many times over, we have to still live our lives, and we have to live it boldly. We have to live it boldly and without fear. Fear, tool of the devil, tries to keep our blessings from us. So it's not always easy, but there is a celebratory energy here. There is this, let's raise our glass, let's lift our toast, let's lift our voices. Next card. But at the same time, now this is reverse, strong stuff. Now the two has some choices. What do I do here? Where do I go here? What am I supposed to do? What is my decision? What, it also has some coming together energy too. But the Two of Swords, swords is our air energy. Now, air energy is also the underlying energy of the king. So just kind of combine those two. And air energy is thinking things through, making some plans, hearing some news. So we have some interesting things here. Celebratory, quizzical, kind of where is my life? What is it that I want? But yet it is still enjoying life. It is rejoicing in life. But we also, maybe this is that we have the decision whether we do that or not, or we have the decision on what is next for us. Now, again, this is more universal energies. We'll see how this relates with the smaller readings, with the personal readings. But, the thing about this one is, so we have the moon. And I do believe that is the that's the new moon. No, yeah, I think that's the new moon. So we're in the new moon to the full moon period. And what the full new moon to the full moon is the waxing moon. This is where we wish and we put out what it is we want. The thing is about the Two of Swords, she is sitting there with her choices. She looks like she's kind of in night clothes in a way. It is night here, but it looks like she's in night clothes. So there might be some thoughts coming through your dreams. There might be some answers coming through your dreams. It might be visiting us, whatever this energy is, visiting us through our dreams. But it's kind of with her, if you look, she is, she's not blind. She's not hid. It's not necessarily hidden. The truth is not hidden. That would go with, Saturn in Aquarius, truth coming out. She knows what she really needs to do. She knows what the decision should be. There could be a little bit of hesitancy. She's kind of like, maybe she's not quite ready to face the truth because, like I said, I get this vibe this time around of her being in night clothes, even though she's sitting there in the middle, with the water all around her. So, I'm kind of also getting a like a sleepwalker effect from her. Like maybe she just came out here, maybe she was sleepwalking, maybe she hasn't really woken up yet, maybe she'll wake up and she'll be like, what am I even doing here? But again, this is always decisions. This is always, your choices. It's always thoughts, words, air energy. And remember, we are in Gemini right now. So let's go to, now I'll have to go back, Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. Can you give us some clarification, higher power, for what this is all about here? Let's see. And I love it when you let me know how this resonates with you too. And remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Anyway, let's go on. Here we are. Come on, one more time. Higher power. Okay, this one's sticking out, but I still feel, we actually have two. I still feel like I need to cut. So let's see. Here we go. Well, let's see. Let's put them that way. Okay, let's see what the Good Tarot has for us. First card is, okay, so now again reversed. We have the Magician. This is Major Arcana. This is a number 1, new beginnings, new start. This is the, the Major Arcana is the journey of the Fool. This is the first stop on the Fool's journey. And this is the Magician who tries to explain to the Fool that, that we have, we as fools, or we as the people, new beginnings, we have what we need. We have what it takes. But it is always a connection with higher power. It is always, that magic, that connection, that strength that gets us what we want. But the Magician, as above, as below, also above, as below, the Magician is saying, tap into that. Tap into that spiritualism, tap into that mysticism, that supernatural energy, okay? And like I said, the 4th, 5th, and 6th has a very spiritual connotation with their, with the religions, two of the major religions right now. So there's something very magical, something very mystical also going on. Many times this is behind the scenes. Many times this is something we're not necessarily aware of. Okay, let's go on. Our next card. Okay, so now we have, again reversed, we have the 4 of Fire. Now, we did talk about water, earth, air. Now let's talk about fire. So fire is our Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Jupiter is in Aries. Now, Jupiter in Aries will be there also until, I think that's going to also be there until October. So October has some changes in that energy too. Then it goes back into Pisces. But anyway, let's go forward. This is our passion. This is our, wanting, our going. There's a lot at stake with this fire energy right now. And now a 4 has, and the fire energy is the underlying energy of the night, okay? The night, very passionate, very consuming, wanting and going after, and very straightforward too. The 4 has stability. The 4 has leadership and also organizational energy here. The 4 of Fire is traditionally associated, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Rods, is traditionally associated with celebration. Now, it's a different type of celebration. This is an emotional celebration. This is an accumulation, an accomplishment of things that we've been wanting. It's been kind of, it's going after, but at the same time, it is accomplishing some goals, accomplishing where we're going and what we want. So there is this, with these two energies, there is a strong connection. The Magician is saying, go after what you have the abilities. Why aren't you using them? Now, some of it is also we don't have enough faith in ourselves. But the 4 of Fire says, weddings, loving energies, go after it. Celebrations also, but more in a passionate realm than in the spiritual realm. And this is the one I pulled. Now, the Four of Air. So we have that 4 energy again. So, again, 4, talked about that. Air, we talked about that. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. So Aquarius and Gemini are in play right now. This has a little bit of a connect with higher power. Again, it's your thought processes, it's your mind. You can have there can be that emotional component of the water energy, which is spiritually connecting. There's that passionate connection, but you also need to connect with that mind also. Now, so connect, meditate, that will all be very helpful. But then at the end, rest, trust, believe that things will go better, things will be better. Okay, so that 4 of Air, 4 of Swords does have that, chill a little bit. Don't necessarily withdraw totally. You still need to have that thought processes. You still have to be mindful. I think that the 4 of Air right now for me is be mindful, but be aware of your limitations, but also of your abilities too. Okay? So the 4 of Swords traditionally is about rest and, maybe taking a vacation, but it is also about, connecting again, meditating, connecting with higher power. Now, I did tell you about the court cards. The only one I did not tell you, the underlying energy of water is the Queen. Queen is emotional. She is very caring, very spiritual, very loving energy. So she has that water energy as the underlying. So Page, Earth, Knight, Fire, Queen, Water, King, Air. Okay? So it does, so in the natural, there's some, there is some energies going on. There is some celebratory. There is some, yes, I'm going to claim this energy. I want this energy. There's some quizzical energy. There's some decision energy. And there might be a lot of that coming through your dreams, coming through the night to let us know. We know what we need to do. There is a little bit of hesitancy. There is a little bit of needing a little courage with the 2 of Swords. The Magician is telling you, hey, you just do it. You've got it. You need to. 4 of Fire is saying, again, believe, celebrate, want, go after what it is you want. And that 4 of Air is also then kind of like get your mind in the game a little bit more so, and then rest, believe. Okay? So interesting stuff. Again, let me know what this all means to you. Again, this weekend, strange energies. I hope you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, but I'm also trying to post what I post on there on my community page, so I hope you're following me there too. Anyway, let's start our readings now. Hello to my Leos. How are you? Oh, not quite as in control as you like, but that's okay. That is okay, my Leos. It's teaching us something, huh? Maybe trust, connecting, higher power, kind of putting it in higher power's hands, not taking it back. That's been a little bit of a theme this week. These readings is giving it to higher power and then wanting to, hey, you must be busy. Let's work on this. I'll work on it for you. But it's not necessarily the way we need to do this. Okay, let's see what we've got here. These cards, okay, we have 4 cards that plopped out all together. Let's see what we have for my Leos from higher power. This one's reversed, so we'll pay attention to that one. First card is the 8 of Water. Well, I told you that we're not necessarily in control as much as we think we are. We can do what we need to do, but again, there's something outside of us that guides us and leads us. Now, 8 is unlimited energy, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. Water is our Cancer, our Pisces, our Scorpio. Fluid, emotional, very spiritual energy. The 8 of Water is really turning your back on what you knew to be true and going towards something that is more for you. The future is unknown. The future choices, you don't quite know where you're going to go. But the thing is, you don't necessarily want to stay where you're at either. Now, Difference between this Four of Cups, between Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups is, in the Four of Cups, you're kind of not set, you're not ready to leave what you knew to take with the new, to take the new adventure. The Eight of Water is you're really ready to do this now. You're ready to take things in your hands, or you're ready to trust, you're ready to move on, you're ready to make the changes that you need to make. And like I said, you don't know really where you're going to go to, but you're ready to trust higher power, your spirit guides, whoever that's for you. And it's that type of energy for this weekend that you know what? I may not know where I'm going, but I know that I'm being pulled somewhere that's going to be awesome. Anyway, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual growth, spiritual and emotional growth. Next card is the Two of Water. So interesting with this, because twos are choices, decisions. Twos are coming together also. The Two of Water traditionally is coupling with someone, is joining someone. Maybe this is a new relationship for you. Maybe that's what you're going into. Maybe you're leaving an old relationship in order to go into a new relationship. You don't quite know what it is. You don't quite know how it's going to work out, but there's this trust. There's this, sense of this is where I need to go. This is what I need to do. Kind of that fool's journey. Kind of that fool's. I don't really know why I'm doing it, but I'm being called to do it. Now, the Two of Water also is a romantic energy. It is it's one of those energies that are like, I'm coming together. I'm finding my soulmate, my life mate, my life purpose also energy. So a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So there's some forgiving energy with this also. Next card, balance. Balance. Now, this has come up, I think this came up for Libra, and I think this came up also in the water energies too. So please take a look at your, take a look at your natal sign, okay? Take a look at your birth chart and see if you have anything, and maybe do some cross referencing. But at the same time, this could just be what we are looking for. This is also the Temperance card. This is also, balance, actually, it was renamed in some of the other cards. But balance, this is the Temperance card. This is balancing your emotions. This is taking a step back, not necessarily being overly emotional, but not being overly analytical at the same time. This is Archangel Zadkiel. Zadkiel is of the violet light. This is a 14, so we have a 1, new beginning, 10, transitional energy. 4 is that stability. 1 plus 4 is 5. That means change, 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 change. So we've got some interesting stuff, but this is, again, it's kind of saying that whatever you're leaving here, it is kind of coming to a sense of, instead of just, I'm just chucking it all away, at the same time, it's this balance of, it's an emotional balance. It's like, you need to do what you need to do. It may not necessarily make sense to everybody else though. Okay. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing. So interesting with that one. And your next card reversed, the 8 of air. So you have an 8 of water, you have that 8 of air. 8, again, unlimited opportunities, possibilities. Air is, again, our Aquarius, our Gemini, our Libra, our thought processes, our making plans, hearing news. This is just, while this is the desire to move on, this is just too much for me. I just feel like the walls are climbing, the walls are closing in on me. I just need to, kind of like push everything away. I need to break free energy. So interesting with this. You have this, I'm just going to walk away. I don't really like where I'm at. I'm not satisfied per se. Then you have this, the walls are closing in on me. It's just too much for me. I'm just thinking too much. It's just too much angst for me. And you've got this balance energy. You've got this 2 of water kind of like coming together. Interesting with all of this. Here we go. an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So here, you're going into the unknown, but here it's saying, well, yeah, and you know what though? Going into the unknown is afraid to, can be scary. It can be definitely scary. Balance, moderation, temperance. Interesting with that. Kind of temperance is that, is again having a little more control over your emotions than you might think you already have. Anyway, let's go on with this because there is some angst. There is that moving on. There is that, oh, what am I going to do? There is decision energy here. So it doesn't feel horrible. It just doesn't feel easy, my Leos. It doesn't feel easy. It's just kind of like, well, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I know I may need to make some changes. I know I need to maybe think things through a little bit differently. But Archangel Zadkiel is the archangel of the violet light, brings a really strong connection with God, as all the archangels do. That Two of Water does say a relationship grows closer, so whatever this is, even though this has an angsty energy to it, it does bring you closer to maybe those that you love, the ones that support you also. So let's see what we have here for my Leos. Oh, okay. So now we go to 3. So while there's all this kind of going around, emotional, just really, thinking too much, all of this stuff going on, it is leading you to a better place. It is bringing you to a better place. You've got that 3 energy, so power of 3, saying something 3 times, celebration, creativity. It is bringing you to a new opportunity where there's new partnerships, there's new alliances, there's new, again, coming together energy, and that could be that Two of Water. It's just that, and so kind of what I'm feeling like, my Leos, is you're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're stepping out of your thoughts. You're stepping into some new energy that's really kind of scaring the bejeebies out of you. But it does, with this partnership and alliance energy, it does look like it's going to be something really positive for you. Just kind of, just jump in. The water's fine. Okay. Let's see what we have here. What crystal or energy for my Leos? Like I said, so many times we don't feel like we're in control. That's because we're really not. We can only do the best we can do. Anyway, and those 8s, those double 8s. Interesting. So what crystal or energy for my Leos shall we talk about, or shall we suggest? Moss agate. So new beginnings, nature connections, animal allies, and securities. So there is some changes here. Calm down as they go through. Breathe through it. There's emotional, but there's your thought patterns are just going off the charts with that one. But there's a new path for you. There's a new path for you here. Okay. Anyway, my Leos, fun weekend ahead. Okay, take a moment, please, my Leos, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Leos, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.